What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, February 15th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a great weekend. The next 3 Transformers sequels will open in theaters annually beginning in 2017, Paramount announced Friday. The 5th film in the franchise will premiere June 23rd of next year, with Transformers 6 following with the June 8th, 2018 opening, and Transformers 7 coming June 28th, 2019. As of current schedule, the most immediate upcoming Transformers flick will contend with Warner Bros. Wonder Woman starring Gal Gadot. The 6th movie will compete with another Warner Bros. Film, Godzilla 2. Michael Bay, director of the first 4 Transformers movies, will reportedly end his run with the franchise after the 5th installment, expected to see the reprisal of Mark Wahlberg's central character. As excitement for the 6th season premiere of Game of Thrones swell ahead of April 25th, HBO has released a set of new photographies from the series featuring a blind Arya Stark and the return of Balon Greyjoy. The network unveiled a total of 24 new images from the series, including those of Sansa Stark, played by Sophie Turner, Tyrion Lannister, played by Peter Dinklage, Daenerys Targaryen, played by Emilia Clarke, Theon Greyjoy, played by Alfie Allen, Missandei, played by Nathaniel Emmanuel, a standing Bran Stark, played by Isaac Hempstead Wright, and Melisandre, played by Carice Van Houten, among others. Arya Stark, played by Maisie Williams, is seen blind and dressed in rag in 2 photos from the network. In them, she sits on stairs with the beggar's bowl in her lap. Based on the popular book series penned by author George R.R. Martin, HBO's Game of Thrones will return to television on April 24th for a 10th episode, Season 6. The series also will include Lena Headey, Niccolo Coster-Waldau, Diana Rigg, Natalie Dormer, John Bradley, Conniff Hill, Jonathan Pryce, and Gwendolyn Christie. The Huntsman Winter's War released a new TV spot trailer starring Charlize Theron and Emily Blunt on Thursday. The preview sees Freya, the Ice Queen played by Blunt, take on her sister Ravena, the Evil Queen played by Theron, after rescuing her sibling with the magic mirror. Eric the Huntsman, played by Chris Hemsworth, and Sarah the Warrior, played by Jessica Chastain, are also seen fighting Ravena. The Snow White and the Huntsman sequel is directed by Cedric Nicholas Troyan, who supervised visual effects for the first film. Sam Claflin will return as William, the son of Duke Hammond, with Colin Morgan as the Duke of Blackwood and Nick Frost as Nyon. The Huntsman Winter's War opens in theaters April 22nd. The original movie, which was directed by Rupert Sanders and starred Kristen Stewart as Snow White, opened in 2012 and earned $396 million at the box office. Theron last appeared in Mad Max Fury Road and is also slated for The Last Face with Javier Bardem and The Coldest City with James McAvoy. Blunt will star in The Girl on the Train with Rebecca Ferguson and voice Zoe in Animal Crackers. Joe Manganiello, Jack McBrayer, and Danny Pudi have joined the voice cast of the cartoon movie Smurfs, The Lost Village, Sony Picture Animation announced. The actors will play Hefty, Clumsy, and Brainy respectively in the movie, which is set for release March 31st, 2017. They joined the already announced Demi Lovato as Smurfette, Rainn Wilson as Gargamel, and Mandy Patinkin as Papa Smurf. Kelly Ashbury is directing the film. Spotlight earned the Writers Guild of America Award for Best Original Screenplay Saturday night, while The Big Short scored the honor for Best Adapted Screenplay. Going Clear, Scientology, and The Prism of Belief won the prize for Best Documentary Screenplay. The awards for excellence in television writing went to Mad Men for drama, V for comedy, Mr. Robot for new series, and General Hospitals for daytime drama. Saints and Strangers earned the accolade for original long form, and Fargo the award for adapt long form. Michael B. Jordan, Daisy Ridley, and Emily Blunt are confirmed as presenters for the February 28th Oscar telecast in Los Angeles, producers David Hill and Reginald Hudlin announced. The ceremony honoring excellence in film will be hosted by Chris Rock on ABC. The latest round of presenters include several Oscar winners such as Patricia Arquette, Cate Blanchett, Russell Crowe, Common, Lou Gossett Jr., and Eddie Redmayne. Also slated to hand out prizes are Abraham Attad, Louis C.K., Chris Evans, Jennifer Gardner, Rachel McAdams, Dev Patel, Sarah Silverman, and Sofia Vergara. Hill and Hudlin said in a joint statement, "Through their work, these artists have shown us the unique, transformative power of cinema. We're delighted that they will be joining us on the Oscar stage this year." Rock is seen in the latest promo for the Oscars, teasing that the ceremony is the only ABC show Scandal and Grey's Anatomy writer-producer Shonda Rhimes doesn't own yet. Ellen Pompeo didn't shy from Meredith's attack on Thursday's episode of Grey's Anatomy. The 46-year-old actress discussed the plot line with executive producer Betsy Beers on Shonda Land, revealed after the attack left many fans in disbelief on the number of calamities the character has experienced. Pompeo said, "You don't think you're going to have to come up with 12 years of devastating things happening to one character. However, I look at the news every day and read newspaper online, and people have had some pretty unfortunate series of events happen to them in their life." She said in defense of the plot, "Random weird things do happen. Earth is quite an interesting place, so we can always suspend our disbelief enough to be able to tell some story and learn some lessons." Meredith has lived through numerous misfortunes on the ABC medical drama, including Derek Shepherd, played by Patrick Dempsey's death. Pompeo trusted series creator Shonda Rhimes and actor Denzel Washington, who directed the attack episode, to bring her character through yet another tragedy. Pompeo said, "Even though I had my reservations, I was still gung-ho to give it everything I have, not having read it. Then finding out that Denzel was coming on to direct it, I was like, oh yeah, let's go. Yes, let's do it." Pompeo told Cosmopolitan, "Big dramatic changes may upset fans, but are important to keep the series fresh for the writers." She revealed Meredith will enter therapy after the attack to explore, quote, what it means to be alone and how she's never alone. She said Meredith has to explore that opportunity of, okay, what does dating again look like and how do you do that? I have a few scenes, and I'm very happy and excited the way things are unfolding. It's exciting for Meredith and some happiness, some light. Pompeo has portrayed Meredith since the show's premiere in 2005. Grey's Anatomy Season 12 airs Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ABC. The Night Manager released the first trailer starring Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie on Friday. The 35-year-old English actor plays Jonathan Pine, a former soldier turned hotel night auditor recruited to infiltrate arms dealers Richard Onslow Roper, played by Laurie's inner circle. The preview sees Jonathan and Richard face off after the latter begins to suspect something is amiss. Elizabeth Debicki also stars as Richard's girlfriend Jed, with Olivia Colman as Jonathan's handler Burr and Tom Hodlander as Richard's associate Krikorian. The Night Manager is based on the John Le Carre spy novel of the same name, which was published in 1993. The BBC and AMC adapted the book as a 6-part miniseries scheduled to air February 21st on the BBC and April 19th on AMC. Laurie joked of playing a villain to The Telegraph. "I've been preparing since I was a young boy for being bad, and I've done a lot of background work. Villainy serves a purpose in all good storytelling." He also added, "I just feel like I knew who this guy was." He added of Richard, who is described as the worst man in the world. He also added by saying, "I could see and hear him. I could sort of sense his peculiar snobberies, but also his weird sentimentality, which would show itself in all kinds of ways." Netflix says the animated children's series Beat Bugs will premiere via its streaming service this summer. The show features original characters in a world created by Josh Wakely, who will direct, write, and produce the series. A press release said, Beat Bugs incorporates songs from the Lennon-McCartney Northern Songs catalog to tell uplifting and life-affirming stories filled with hope and melody. World-leading artists, animators, and writers have come together to work on this extraordinary show. The Beat Bugs are charming, funny, adventurous, and have a knack for getting themselves into mischief and mayhem. Artists such as Eddie Vedder, Pink, James Bay, Sia, The Shins of Monsters and Men, Chris Cornell, Regina Spektor, James Corden, and Birdie are set to record their renditions of iconic Beatles songs for the show. Vedder said in a statement, "Personally, I'm very grateful to be part of Josh's vision, a tremendous show for kids that combines beautiful animation with great stories and obviously some of the best songs ever written." Andy Yeatman, the director of original kids content at Netflix, says, "It's a rare occasion to be presented with a truly one-of-a-kind children's show that is so perfectly suited for Netflix. Josh and his team have not only developed a compelling children's show filled with life lessons, but they've built a show that will transcend generations and have parents and grandparents enjoying right alongside their little ones." CBS says it has begun production on season 2 of its science fiction drama Zoo. The small-screen adaptation of James Patterson's best-selling novel is about a wave of violent animals' attacks against humans across the planet. Starring James Wool, Kristen Connolly, Nonso Azoni, Nora Azender, and Billy Burke, it is set to begin airing again this summer. Season 1 is now streaming on Netflix. The detective drama Endeavour, the prequel to Inspector Morse, is to return to ITV for a 4th season. Set in 1967, the next installments are to go into production late this spring in Oxford. Sean Evans is returning as a young Morse, and scripts will be penned by Russell Lewis, who created Endeavour and wrote for Inspector Morse. Roger Allamont will again play Endeavour's senior officer, Detective Inspector Fred Thursday. A press release said, Endeavour and Thursday have forged an unmissable partnership since they came together on screen in January 2012. In a one-off single film to mark the 25th anniversary of Inspector Morse. Lewis said in a statement, #Team Endeavour looks forward to welcoming you back to Cowley Police Station early next year when we reopen the 1960s casebook of Detective Constable Endeavour Morse and unravel a set of brand new murder mysteries. Lamar Odom resurfaced at Kanye West's fashion show Thursday, nearly 4 months after he was discovered unconscious in a Las Vegas brothel. The 36-year-old former NBA player attended the 38-year-old rapper and designer's Yeezy 3 show with his estranged wife Khloe Kardashian and her family. The event marks Odom's first official public appearance since he was hospitalized in October. Kardashian's sister Kim Kardashian, who went blonde for the show, shared a group photo with Odom on Instagram writing, "Ultra light beams." The Kardashian Jenners all dressed in white or neutrals, while Odom sported a black ensemble and camouflage coat. Odom and Kardashian were all smiles as they posed for photos prior to the event. E! News reported the former NBA player was nervous to make the appearance, but looked happy, healthy, and recovered at the time. An insider said he spoke to Kim and Kanye about their thoughts about him attending the Kanye show before, but it was Khloe's ultimate decision. Kanye personally invited him, but he would make this huge appearance without the support and green light from Khloe. Odom and Kardashian were spotted leaving Los Angeles for New York on Wednesday and arrived at their hotel the next day. The former NBA player was well enough to go on a hike with his estranged wife and Kim Kardashian West just a few days prior. Odom was hospitalized nearly 3 months before transferring to a public facility in January. Kardashian subsequently told Good Morning America, "Each day is different. We take each day as it comes. I've learned to not really look in the future." And in a related story, Khloe Kardashian has entered the world of online dating by creating a profile on OkCupid. The reality star announced her new profile recently on her exclusive subscription-based website just days after her reported split from NBA star James Harden. She wrote, according to Us Weekly, "I've never done online dating before, but just for shit and giggles, Malika, Kwa, and I decided to fill one out. It was actually really fun to do. LOL." The Keeping Up with the Kardashian star filed out her profile listing the 1989 comedy troupe Beverly Hills as her favorite film, along with Sex and the City as being her favorite show and The Coldest Winter as her favorite book. She added of her hobbies and noted in her self-summary, "Working or hanging out with my nieces and nephews, Penelope, Mason, Rain, Saint, and North. Taking every day as it comes." Comedian Roseanne Barr is refocusing her spending power to invest in the California cannabis industry. The 63-year-old comedian and one-time presidential nominee is reportedly opening her own weed dispensary in Santa Ana, California, called Roseanne's Joint, which will sell unique strains and products. Much like Snoop Dogg's line of weed edibles, Barr will produce the THC-infused chocolates and macadamia nut sweets for her farm. Barr said in a statement, according to Orange County Register, "I'm proud to be a cultural pioneer at the forefront of another wave of progress, and we're proud of the city of Santa Ana as we continue to move into the era of recognizing cannabis as the natural therapeutic herbal substance medical science has proven it to be." She also added Roseanne's Joint will be a responsible contributing member of, in addition to, the community. Barr reportedly revealed last year she is using medical marijuana to ease the symptoms of glaucoma and macular degeneration, which are attributed to her weakening eyesight. Saturday Night Live addressed a recent reaction to Beyoncé's new Formation music video with comedic clip called The Day Beyoncé Turned Black. A voice can be heard at the beginning of the short film. For white people, it was just another great week. They never saw it coming. They had no warning. Then the day before the Super Bowl, it happened. The pre-taped sketch then shows various Caucasian people reacting in horror because they don't understand or can't relate to Formation. The music video, which was released last weekend, showed the Grammy Award winner embracing aspects of African American culture and protesting social injustice. It also gives nods to the Black Panthers and Black Lives Matter movement. She then performed the song during the Super Bowl halftime show, drawing criticisms from some who said she should have not used the championship football game to express her political views. Tragedy has struck the British pop world. Viola Beach musicians Chris Leonard, Rivers Reeves, Thomas Lowe, and Jack Darkin and their manager Craig Terry were killed in a car crash in Sweden this weekend. The BBC said that the British band's car veered off a highway bridge and dropped 82 feet into the canal early Saturday near Stockholm. Terry's family issued a statement through the UK's Foreign Office saying it is, quote, devastated by the tragedy. The statement said Craig was a warm, loving person who had worked tirelessly to achieve success and follow his dreams within the music business. He will be sadly missed by his family and his colleagues. The Swings and Waterslide Singers performed at Sweden's Where Is the Music Festival on Friday and was scheduled to play a show at Guildford in Surrey, England on Saturday. Recording superstar Lionel Richie was honored as the 2016 MusiCares Person of the Year at a tribute concert in Los Angeles Saturday night. The performance lineup included Yolanda Adams, Dave Grohl, Rihanna, Leon Bridges, Ellie Goulding, Chris Stapleton, and Florence Welch. Jimmy Kimmel hosted the event, which also featured appearances by Lenny Kravitz, Lady Antebellum, John Legend, The Roots, Usher, Stevie Wonder, Pharrell Williams, Luke Bryan, and Demi Lovato. Ricky Minor, current music director for American Idol and past two-time music director for the Grammy Awards telecast, served as the gala's musical director. The 58th annual Grammy Awards ceremony is to take place at the Staples Center in Los Angeles tonight and will be broadcast live on CBS. Alanis Morissette and husband Mario Treadway are expecting their second child. The 41-year-old singer and 35-year-old rapper, a.k.a. Soul Eye, revealed the news in a video announcement Friday. The couple are already parents to the 5-year-old son, Ever. The video features animated versions of Morissette and Soul Eye and recounts the story of their relationship. The singer updates the video each year with highlights from their growing family. Morissette wrote on her website, written, recorded, and produced in 6 hours on May 22, 2010, with Guy Sigworth on the slide to surprise Soul Eye. Brendan Huza helped tell our story in moving pictures, bringing us up to this sweet moment. Morissette and Soul Eye married in 2010 and welcomed Ever the same year. The singer talked about her son to Us Weekly in May, saying Ever is an amazing and talented child. She said, he's just coming into his own. We really have a really bona fide philosophical conversation about anything, about aliens, about the galaxy, about what God is, about animals. You just cross your fingers behind your back and you hope you don't blow it. She also added he's already writing music. He's got great, impeccable timing. We're not pushing him on him, but he's just around it so much. Rory Feek, husband and music collaborator of ailing Joy Feek, says his and his wife's Valentine's Day will consist of a virtual stroll down memory lane. Because Joy Feek is in hospice care for terminal cancer and is extremely weak, Rory Feek said on his blog, "This life I live, the couple will not be going out for a candlelight dinner. Instead, he will bring the years of love the couple have shared to her side, where they will reminisce together." Rory wrote on his plans to present the story of their love in the form of visual mementos like photos and videos. "I want to take her back to where our lives first began together and relive this beautiful journey that God has taken us on." The couple's first date happened 14 years ago on Valentine's Day 2002. After that, the couple were engaged and married within 4 months. They launched their country music career as the duo Joey and Rory and have since been nominated for a Grammy Award. He added in his most recent post, "I'm hoping for a few soft kisses. The passion for each other that Joey and I once had has been replaced by the sweetest, gentlest kisses. I live for those kisses. They are enough." Hailey, Clauson, Ashley Graham, and Ronda Rousey have been revealed as the 2016 Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover models. Each one will grace her own individual cover, all of which were unveiled during a broadcast special on TNT. This is the first time Sports Illustrated swimsuit has produced multiple covers of its iconic issue. The 2016 edition goes on sale Monday. Sports Illustrated swimsuit editor MJ Day said in a statement Sunday, "What defines beauty today? The truth is, times have changed and one size does not fit all. Our position on beauty is well known: healthy, curvy, vivacious, and bold. It is not a size. The three cover models, Hailey, Clauson, Ronda Rousey, and Ashley Graham, demonstrate that. So we don't have just one cover because beauty doesn't take just one form." Clauson said, "I'm shaking and crying. I love it so much because it represents three different, strong, and beautiful women." Graham added, "I'm insanely speechless. I cannot comprehend how I feel right now. This will go down in the books forever. It is a historic moment. Not only this is the first time that I'm in the issue, but I'm on the cover and sharing this honor with two of the most stunning women. This is for all the women who didn't think they were beautiful because of their size. This is for them." Rousey remarked, "It is a great honor being part of such a historic issue that really pays homage to different body types of women and not promoting just one cookie-cutter image for every woman, but showing that the healthiest version of every body type is the sexiest version out there. And I couldn't be happier. I think I was just as honored to get it as to be there in person to watch Ashley's reaction." Deadpool, the R-rated superhero movie starring Ryan Reynolds, is the #1 movie in North America, earning $135 million at the box office this weekend, Rentrack said Sunday. Coming in #2 is Kung Fu Panda with $19.7 million, followed by How to Be Single at #3 with $18.8 million, Zoolander 2 at #4 with $15.7 million, and The Revenant at #5 with $6.9 million. Rounding out the top tier are Hail Caesar at #6 with $6 million, Star Wars The Force Awakens at #6 with $6.2 million, The Choice at #7 with $5.3 million, Ride Along 2 at #9 with $4.1 million, and The Boy at #10 with $2.9 million. Now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1950, Walt Disney's animated feature Cinderella opens in theaters across the United States. The Chicago-born Disney began his career as an advertising cartoonist in Kansas City. After arriving in Hollywood in 1923, he and his older brother Roy set up shop in the back of a real estate office and began making a series of animated short films called Alice in Cartoonland, featuring various animated characters. In 1928, he introduced the now immortal character of Mickey Mouse in 2 silent movies. That November, Mickey debuted on the big screen in Steamboat Willie, the first fully synchronized sound cartoon ever made. Walt Disney proved Mickey's squeaky voice himself. The company went on to produce a series of sound cartoons such as the Silly Symphonies series, which included the Three Little Pigs 1933 and introduced characters like Donald Duck and Goofy. Disney made a risk bet in 1937 when he championed and put $1.5 million of his own money into Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first ever full-length animated feature film. The risk paid off in spades after the film grossed $8 million at the box office, an incredible sum during the Great Depression. 4 more animated hits followed in the growing Disney canon: Pinocchio in 1940, Fantasia in 1940, Dumbo in 1941, and Bambi in 1942, before full-scale production was stalled by wartime economic problems. By the end of the decade, audiences were eagerly awaiting the next Disney offering, having had to satisfy themselves with the so-called package films like Make Mine Music, 1946, and Melody Time, 1948. Cinderella, based on another Brothers Grimm fairy tale, was chosen for its similarity to the Snow White story. The film's immediate source was Charles Puritan's French version of the fairy tale, which tells the story of a young girl whose father dies, leaving her at the mercy of her oppressive stepmother and 2 unsympathetic stepsisters. As Snow White, Cinderella gets the help of a few friends, in the case of singing mice and birds, as well as a fairy godmother, to escape the prison of her servitude and win the heart of Prince Charming. Along the way to its happy ending, a Disney trademark, the film featured lively animation sequences and enduring songs like "A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes" and the Oscar Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. 6 years in the making, Cinderella became one of Disney's best-loved films and one of the highest-grossing features of 1950. As with Snow White and other classic animated features, the studio held periodic re-releases of Cinderella in 1957, 1965, 1973, 1981, and 1987, keeping its popularity alive among new generations of moviegoers. Also on this date in 1984, Broadway legend Ethel Merman dies. She was as big a star as the American stage ever produced, a legend both in her own time and beyond it. She had neither the looks nor the dancing abilities that typically recommended a young woman for Broadway stardom, but she had a vocal instrument that simply cannot be ignored. The line from her New York Times obituary could easily have served as her epitaph. She needed no hidden microphones. Yet Ethel Merman wasn't just a belter. She was a performer who connected with live audiences in a way that only comes along once or twice in a generation. This much was clear from the very first night of a professional career that spanned 5 decades. Born Ethel Agnes Zimmerman in Astoria, Queens in 1908, Merman died of natural causes in her New York apartment on this date in 1984. Ethel Merman once said, "You may have done it all right elsewhere, but you haven't really done it until you face a New York first-night crowd." No one faced a New York first-night crowd with the confidence that Merman did. On opening night of her very first Broadway show in George Gershwin's Girl Crazy, Merman brought down the house with her performance of the now classic I've Got Rhythm, at one point holding a high C note for 16 bars while the orchestra played and the crowd roared. Of the performance that electrified the rapturous audience that night, Merman herself later said, "It seemed to do something to them, not because it was sweet or beautiful, but because it was exciting." Legend has it that Gershwin himself rushed back to greet Merman after the curtain closed, telling her, "Don't ever let anyone give you a singing lesson. It'll ruin you." Gershwin was not alone among legendary Broadway composers in his praise for Ethel Merman. Irving Berlin, who wrote the song for which she may be more famous for, "There's No Business Like Show Business," from Annie Get Your Gun, said of Merman, "You give her a bad song and she'll make it sound good. Give her a good song and she'll make it sound great. And you better write her a good lyric. The guy in the last row is going to hear every syllable." And that is your entertainment report for Monday, February 15th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RayMelo. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.